Eddie Hall, the main man, is back with another banger of a video. As the majority of you should know by now, we've got 4 of the strongest, biggest men in the world competing in an MMA tournament on February the 17th. And Eddie Hall is fighting the current world's strongest man, Mitch Hooper. And to be honest, it's been really interesting seeing these giants, these super strong individuals get involved in MMA, because we've seen Eddie Hall and Hafthor Bjornsson make the crossover into boxing. But MMA, where you've got kicks, you've got grappling, you've got elbows, ground and pound. There's so many more skills to learn, and in such a short period of time as well. So Eddie Hall just dropped this video. Here he is getting shouted out by Tom Aspinall, and that's another thing. Tom Aspinall's in this video, which is fantastic. So here we go. I'm looking forward to seeing Eddie Hall spar. Maybe throw some kicks. Can we get some Eddie Hall kicks, please? Let's see how Eddie Hall's striking and grappling is looking at the moment.
I'm on YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. And today I'm fighting UFC #1 Tom Aspinall.
Parry, jab, then double tap it, step off. Okay, simple. Move off.
That lad's fast.
I'll be doing it that fast. Just slow that down times 10, that's the speed me probably going. Yeah.
Okay.
1, 2, parry, cross, start turning off. You follow with the left hook as he's turning. Short left hook. Okay.
Yeah, so 1,
1,
2.
2, cross, up. Yeah.
So this is where we know Eddie Hall's going to be pretty okay, because he's got the boxing training. I know there's some doubters out there, but I think Eddie Hall's punching is going to be fine.
10 minutes of drills, just get each other warmed up. What are we doing now, G?
Couple rounds of light sparring with Tom. Nice and light, guard up. Yeah. Try and do everything you've learned so far. Move off. That's it. Nice and light. Just touch sparring. Okay. Yeah. Get that in action.
Ready, Tom?
I know.
You're gonna watch this back now, mate. You're gonna wish you'd bought me.
Okay. Right, so before we dive into it, this is good Eddie Hall is getting some sparring in with Tom Aspinall, because Mitch Hooper is going to be nowhere near as fast as Tom Aspinall is. Tom is an absolute specimen of a human being. He's 6'5" and moves like as if he's a friggin' bantamweight or a flyweight. Light on his toes. He also creates angles very well. So Eddie being able to spar with Tom Aspinall is going to help him so much, just with the speed aspect, because Mitch Hooper, he actually is quite athletic and fast twitchy, very explosive. And obviously Tom Aspinall's got a very long reach as well in comparison to Mitch Hooper. I presume so anyway. See, look the way Tom moves. I mean, you're even seeing there. I know we're not here to judge Tom, and we're here to see what Eddie can do. But one thing Tom's really good at doing is he'll throw a couple punches out there. He knows that you're going to throw the counter, so he dips back out the way, then throws another shot. He pulls the counter out of you and then counters the counter. He does that very well. Oh no, sorry, this bit. There you go. Right there. Simple, but he's got such good basics. Let's watch Eddie Hall anyway. So that overhand right of Eddie's is going to be a big weapon of his.
Told you, sorry.
Double jab by Eddie, setting up the overhand right. Keeping his guard up. Drops the right hand a little bit, but not too bad. Nice shots by Tom. Let's just watch that again and admire it. I mean, absolutely fantastic, isn't it? So, throws the uppercut. Cuts off to the right. So good. I mean, Tom's a big guy, but I forget that he's a heavyweight. I'm looking at him, and like, obviously he's quite lean. He's not one of these fat heavyweights. He's got a small waist, quite broad shoulders. Obviously, he's tall, but the way he moves, it's deceiving when you're watching him. You're kind of lured into thinking that you're watching like a middleweight or a blown-up welterweight, just because you're not used to seeing heavyweights move like this. Anyway, back to Eddie. Body jab by Tom. So Eddie's obviously looking for that overhand right.
See that? You see that? Just AI imposed Tom on the floor there, Jamie. Gasping for his life.
Your hand speed, now, unreal.
I think the obvious thing is to look at my hands and say, oh, I've got fast hands. But I think my footwork is my best thing.
Yeah.
But in like a space like this, obviously I can't use it too much, but the way I put my position in the right place to punch at the right time,
Yeah.
is that I think that's what separates me from the. Obviously my hands are fast, but I think that's what separates me from the rest.
In the right place at the right
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
Stepping off, bang.
Yeah, and mate, that just comes from loads of experience.
Yeah.
Practice stuff like that, drills.
Yeah.
So important, mate, to do stuff like that every day on most days, because you get a feel for it. You get a feel for what's right and wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like you gripping a bar.
Yeah.
You grip a bar that many times, you know
Yeah, it's instant.
what the strongest position is for your hands to be.
Yeah.
It's the same, like for me, and where I put my position, where I put myself. I know exactly when I'm in danger and when they're in danger, so I know when to go and when not to go. It's just practice, mate, practice.
I like what Tom said there. It's a little bit cliche because he says it's practice, it's experience. It's not really a sexy answer. It's the boring answer. Be consistent, get your practice in, get experience in. But it's so true. Because, I mean, even myself, obviously I've done martial arts for years, pretty much my entire life. Okay, a little bit on and off through my 20s. But I found myself sometimes getting frustrated when I first go back to kickboxing because I'm doing all the drills and the footwork, but then that's not manifesting itself within sparring. But all that means is that I haven't drilled it enough. Doing 1 or 2 sessions of a few drills is not going to ingrain those motor patterns and then movement patterns in my body, in my nervous system, to the point then when I can do it under pressure against a real human. It takes hundreds, it takes thousands, it takes tens of thousands of drilling the same movement over and over and over again. So I'm glad Tom brought that up. In all honesty, like, I don't think we're going to see too much changes in Eddie Hall's game in this fight, just because I don't think he's been training long enough to really instill those new motor patterns. It's not a jab at Eddie, it's just kind of the reality. When you're over 30, it takes even a little bit longer to instill those motor patterns within your body. So between Eddie Hall's boxing fight with Hathor Bjornsson and this MMA fight, I don't think we're going to see drastic, crazy changes. Eddie Hall's not going to be a completely brand new fighter. Although, of course, I don't know the inner workings and the behind the scenes of how much training Eddie Hall's been doing and how much he's been working on new things, of course. But I think what we're going to see in this fight, if Eddie Hall's able to get the win, I think it's going to be with the weapons that he's currently got already, which is that overhand right. That's his power shot. We've seen him break punch machines from the amount of power that he possesses. I just hope that he doesn't get too power hungry, where he's constantly going for the knockout and he's just head hunting all the time. I hope he can mix it up, go to the body a little bit, throw different punches, make sure that you set up that overhand right.
I'm going to go to groundwork now, which is where my real strengths are. He's really going to suffer.
I assume he's being sarcastic. Now the grappling, I think it takes even longer to learn, to be honest. Maybe that's just me. I love grappling, but it takes a while to learn it. It's so hard. Eddie pushing the head. Wherever the head goes, the body will follow.
That's just ridiculous.
Tom just stood up.
I'm getting there. Look, see how this arm's straight?
Yeah.
That's massive. So I go there. And if I can get it straight there as
Yeah.
well, yes, I'm away.
Yeah, he's just leveraging off that right arm.
I'll find a way.
You're still getting away out.
I'll find a way.
What's Tom's right arm?
I don't know.
Oh, okay, there you go.
I think.
Stop me up.
So what Tom's doing there is he was keeping Eddie Hall completely elevated. See, so all of Eddie Hall's weight is on this arm right here, and obviously a little bit on the cage too. So Eddie wasn't able to get his knees on the ground or get his feet on the ground to be able to create another point of contact with the ground in order for him to be able to stand up. So see the way Tom's lifted him off the floor. There you go. So he could just pull him. Now he's got his knee on the floor, so we can start building from there. But you're working with the heavyweight champ. You think about how strong Eddie is as well. Yeah, illegal move. Illegal move. Good, so Eddie's in side control, is he? Or half guard? Yeah, half guard. That's it. Yeah, he's going to sweep him now. was going to say, as soon as your centre of gravity gets high up like that, that's when you're able to get swept then. Look at the steam coming off them. That's crazy, that. Gonna get swept now, butterfly sweep. There you go.
On top, they have to be like sensitive to my movement. So, see that? This arm, yeah. And this knee, and that. They've not got to be squeezing. They've got to be like feeling.
Yeah.
So if you start to move like your head and stuff.
Yeah, you rip it back.
If you start to move this hip,
Yeah.
look, this is blocking it.
Yeah.
So rather than this, be more like this. So like sensitive to the
3 anchor points.
Yeah. It's definitely natural what you're doing. Like, everybody does it, and I'm guilty of myself sometimes.
Tom's given some good, valuable lessons there. I mean, I'm even learning stuff myself, ready for when I get back to it. What he's telling Eddie to do is, rather than being trying to control and tense up and squeeze and clamp down on your opponent, instead relax a little bit more and feel for what the opponent is doing. How are they trying to move? How are they trying to get out? And then you mold and adapt to that then. I like that advice from Tom, because really it's preaching to be fluid, to be relaxed and focus on proprioception and spatial awareness and body awareness, as opposed to just pure brute strength. When he's going against Mitch Hooper, who's the current world's strongest man, he's also got the strength, so they actually cancel each other out. So this is great advice by Tom right here. I like it.
Video, I'll just chat to Tom Aspinall. We'll end the video there. Okay, thank you. Loser.
I'll take it. Hey, live and learn. I like losing, mate. You win or you learn. You win or you learn.
That's what a loser would say.
So when you're grappling especially, you definitely have more of an idea positionally of what to do and what not to do, definitely. Whereas last time it was just a bit all over the place, you know what I mean? But now you can see you're trying to get the underhooks in, trying to make the space, get guard back, get back to your feet and stuff like that. Like stuff like that takes a while to learn, so you can tell you've been putting the work in.
Yeah, it does. And when you're going up against someone who's experienced it yourself, it feels like you're on day one every time. So very, very, very humbling.
Fantastic. Another great video by Eddie Hall. Watching this makes me realise how much I want to do content like this. And I'm getting there, but this video isn't about me. Let's talk about this fight. Now, I said in the last Mitch Hooper video that I believe Mitch might have the ground game advantage, just from a strength aspect, because he's been doing strongman training a lot more recently than Eddie Hall has. He's a little bit more athletic than Eddie Hall. But then who is Mitch Hooper doing grappling with? We've seen him do a little bit of grappling with Pat Barry, but Pat Barry wasn't a great grappler. He was always a kickboxer. He grappled Rose Namajunas. Obviously, she's a small woman, and we've seen him grapple Joe Valtellini, but he's also a kickboxer. Now, I know Mitch Hooper will be grappling with proper coaches behind the scenes, and YouTube isn't everything, but I like the fact that Eddie Hall is grappling with Tom Aspinall. That's a big advantage to Eddie Hall right there. So who's going to have the grappling advantage then? Is it going to be Mitch Hooper, who might be currently a little bit more stronger, a bit more athletic than Eddie Hall? Or is it going to be Eddie Hall, who's been training in combat sports for a little bit longer, and he's got Tom Aspinall on his side, giving him some good wisdom? I honestly don't know, and I think that's what makes this fight exciting. Comment down below who you guys think will have the striking or grappling advantage. And remember, my full kickboxing video from Dubai is coming this week. I've got my editor on it right now as we speak. Okay, make sure you like this video. Appreciate you all. See you tomorrow.